Welcome to episode 5 of More Than a Training Program. We are here in Berlin. We just finished the semi-finals and we're going to take you through what happened.
So the first day we had to go to the venue and do the check-in for the teams, which we made last minute. And then we had the briefing for the first and second event of the day. So to go over movement standards and every questions people have. And then we actually went back home, I think, to fuel up because there was quite a bit of time before we had to go. And the first day was quite hard because we had 2 events basically back to back because there was only the team competition. So we had the first event and then maybe 90 minutes and then the second event. So that was a big day for us, but like going into the arena and having the spectators there and seeing our friends in the stands and was just incredible. But the first day you have definitely the nerves on the outside of the clothes, I would say. So it's quite nice to just get the first event done and then just settle into the competition. So the first event we had 4 rounds of 4 stations. So each athlete had to do 1 station and then we finished with 10 clean and jerks with the worm. We had to change strategies a bit because in the briefing they said we had to do a conquer line. So it's an echo bike, 2.5K for the men and 2K for the women, an 800-meter run, then a sandbag hold and a 150 double under. And then the athlete on the sandbag and double under switch during the workout before we can all advance the clean and jerks. We practiced the switching between machine and the sandbag hold double under, but we found out we had to do machine, sandbag double under, sandbag double under. So we went with the strategy that Ninke was going to go first on the echo bike because we thought that would be quite hard and get it done with, and I was going to start on the run because that's also one of my least favorite movements to do, so it was good to get it out the way. And then the boys would start on the hold and the double unders, which then meant that we had Ninke in the end for the sandbag hold and double unders twice in a row. And the strategy was always to go touch and go on the worm because we've been practicing it a lot and we feel quite comfortable in that position. I think for us the strategy was a bit off because it just ended up being one athlete that was very gassed from the hold in the end, and that also made it quite hard with the touch and go, even though I would say strategy was 100% the issue and not the actual touch and goes because those felt great. So I think we finished the first event in a different placing than we expected.
The plan for workout 2 was that we were going to have Ninke and I start the workout so that we would also have to finish the workout, meaning that we would accumulate a bit more volume than Julian and Julia, but they would, on the other hand, have to work a little bit harder in every set, trying to push for unbroken, especially on the thrusters and of course on the muscle ups. We're lucky to have 2 girls that are really good at muscle ups, so we would have them start the first 3 rounds on the rings, where the guys would then have a bit of rest being on the bar, as bar muscle ups are easier. And then from the 4th round, so the round of 9, the guys would be on the rings for the round of 9, 11, and 13.
It's guaranteed that I die a legend. Yeah, son God, homie, I'm reverend. Preach, just protecting my investment. Ask about me, integrity's not a question. straight up, all the way up. With the same ones that was down from the jump. Day one, same ones been around when there ain't funds. Even got love for fake ones that changed up like they break ones. Go on, you can charge it to the game. I'm all up in the photos, looking largest in the frames. Ayy, peep how I move, man, I'm getting to the bag. But the amount of work required is not a price you wanna pay. Tell me what I can't have a cop to. I ain't doing dirt that I ain't done to cop.
So after 2 events on day 1, we would go home, make sure we are well fueled on the way, walking home. Also, walking home was really nice to stretch the legs, get home, then eat, drink, make sure we're just well fueled, get into some compression boots so our legs would recover, which is always really nice and important to just lay down and relax. Event 3 was quite clear from the start for us who was going to do what, because one female and one male had to do more pistols and the other pair had to do more bench presses. So we could make a clear decision on that, who was going to do more leg work and who was going to do more arm work. So we based our order on that. And then we had obviously looked at the other semi-finals and based our performance off of that, and we tested it and see where we can like shave off some time.
Workout 4 was nice and simple. It was a 2-part workout where you would have one mixed pair in one station, another mixed pair in another station. One was doing ski, lighter dumbbell snatch and high box jumps. The other station was doing rowing, heavy dumbbell snatch and low box jumps. And then you would swap. One pair would have to do 3 sets on one workout and the other pair would have to do 2 sets or 3 sets on the other. So it'd be a total of 5 sets each. Yeah, our strategy was honestly just kind of work hard from the beginning, really push the dumbbells, push the box jumps, and just kind of take it a little bit moderate on the machines in order because there simply wasn't enough time to win there. So we try to calculate where most time could be won, and for us that was on the dumbbells, on the box jumps, and I think we executed to the best of the abilities on the given day.
My body felt pretty good going into day 3, where the first event was the max clean for 1 minute, first for the 2 guys and then for the 2 girls. And then 1 minute rest in between, and that we did that for 3 rounds. The strategy for event 5 was pretty loose. Me and André actually talked about just to go with the flow, but had a maximum on 30 seconds. So I started each minute, which on the first 2 weights, as many touch and go reps as possible. And then I hit some few singles, then I actually ran out. So the last lift for the girls was Ninke's on 1:07, I think. And we knew the second team was pretty close to us. So she took her time, she knew exactly how many seconds she had left, and then she hit it like really great. So we knew when she got that final lift, we would have won that event. So that was pretty intense, and that was a event when we was really excited about. That's something we really needed.
So for event 5, which was the lifting event, you had a 1-minute window where you could lift, and you could start your last lift at the 59-second mark. So we would make sure that we would always start the last lift at that moment. And I could really hear André and Julian yelling behind me when I was pulling the lift off the floor and getting it up, standing it up, seeing Julia in front of me, turning around, giving them a hug. That's just the moments that you'll remember forever. And then lucky we got also KD, who caught it on camera. So it's not only in our memory, but we also have it on video. So also KD, thanks for that. It's great to have these things because memories, that's what we do it for.
NoShortCuts going back in for another ball, and she gets it! 20. She gets it! CrossFit NoShortCuts hitting that last rep there, right on the buzzer.
So the plan for workout 6, we had the gymnastic movements and then the worm burpees over worm and the worm squats. The plan there was work hard on the worm and the burpees and then try to just finish the gymnastics without any no reps because we're pretty comfortable in gymnastics and we wanted to make it as effortless as we could. I would say also there we had the option of switching between athletes on the floor, which we didn't think we would have, and that made the strategy a bit different. So we just try to minimize the rest time for people on the movements. That would mean for me and Ninki, we switched on the rope climbs instead of doing all of them. And for the handstand push-ups, we just went unbroken to the best of our abilities. And then on the worm, we try to focus on keeping pace on the burpees and getting no reps, which I think went pretty well. And the squats was just like try to help each other and be vocal if we needed help. So overall, I would say we executed the workout to the best of our abilities.
Let's go now, oh, oh, nah, nah, oh, let's go now, oh, can't stop us, oh, let's go now, oh, oh, nah, nah, oh, let's go now, oh, can't stop us.
Top team, your first place finishers with 546 points. NoShortCuts CrossFit!
So we finished the weekend with a medal, the first place, and won the semi-final. And that feels amazing. Oh, sorry. That feels really amazing. Sorry. Yeah. I just realized I've never won anything huge in my CrossFit career, and this is the first, and that's a really great feeling, which is a memory we'll have forever. And to be able to do it with my friends is just it's a really amazing experience, and the people at home and the people here have just been so supportive. So I'm just excited for putting this in the memory bank and going on to the next step, which is Madison.
So qualifying this time compared to the other times was definitely that we won the semifinals, which was a really unreal experience. Where the other times was the goal just to qualify to the games, and this time to win the semifinals was a really huge thing for me and something I'm really proud of.
We're super happy to have finished first at the CrossFit Semi-Finals here in Europe. Next up, we have the CrossFit Games. We're gonna be doing lots of preparations for the next 8 weeks. Just, full games training, a lot of outdoor stuff, trying to mimic the bob, sleds, and all that kind of stuff. So we're just super excited and thrilled, and thanks for watching and supporting us.